The table set, the moon is hanging low. I'm looking for the things I think I know. 78 pieces of the sky, waiting for a blink inside the eye. I'm shuffling the shadow and the light, finding where the edges start to bite.
Hey, Spirit, when are we coming home? When are we coming home? Already. Okay, holy cow. Eight of Swords. I feel blind all of a sudden. I have my glasses on, but I feel a little blind. Oh, it's even darker. I can't see. It's finding the right balance here. All right, the Eight of Swords. Wow, this is like very chaotic. It's very sad, very kind of devastating, which is really ironic because I went and took a break after doing a personal reading, and I was thinking, what would I do if the world just turned off right now? Like, the world turned off. Like, there's no more light, no more sun. It just turns off. We're going to be in complete pitch dark, right? We basically are just going to live where we are. So if we're at work, if we're driving, if we're at home, if we're out doing something fun, if we're swimming, whatever it may be that you're doing at this particular moment, and right now, the earth just turns off. It's completely dark. There's no electricity, there's no batteries, none of your lights are going to work, none of your phones are going to work. Nothing is going to work. Pitch black. Lights out. You wouldn't be able to survive for very long, first of all. But your first instinct would be to run home to your family, or run home to where you feel comfortable, or even maybe run away, right? But you wouldn't be able to see anything. You would have no light. You would just be still in your place where you are. There's really nothing that you could do. You wouldn't be able to feed yourself. How do you go to the bathroom? You're not going to be able to see. You might be able to somewhat feel your way around, let's say your kitchen or your home, if you're at home, somewhere familiar. But anything outside of that small bubble, you're going to get lost, and then you're just going to be where you are, there. You're not going to be able to connect with your family and your loved ones. So anyway, doom and gloom kind of feeling. I don't know. But this is the feeling that I'm getting here. I don't even know if you can see this card because it's so bright and yet dark in here. Let's see. If I close this. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Right, we're closing. We're shutting out the light to see better. What? That makes no sense. Right? No sense at all. We turn off the light to see better because we're turning on other senses to help us navigate. It's for survival. It's very chaotic. We have the Death card. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, your chances of survival are really slim if you're in this kind of situation. Once again, she's blowing out a candle here. So, lights out. Lights out, motherfucker. Yeah, that reminds me of like you knock somebody out, you punch them out. It's like a wrestling ring or boxing match. Okay, she even has like food and drink here. Do I eat it? Do I drink it? Right? Do I grow taller? Do I grow smaller? And she seems very intentional about blowing out this candle and holding her hand out to kind of block any residual breath from getting away, to make sure that this light gets put out. It's very careful movements here. And the Five of Cups. Okay, apparently you drank it. You can tell you drank it here, and it made you smaller. I don't know if that's real in the story Alice in Wonderland or not. I don't know if that's true, but in these cards, you drank it, you got smaller. You also have all this liquid that's dripping and pouring down, as if that's what you drank while you were still tall, and now you're shrinking. But there are still drinks here. So maybe you can shrink some more, and then maybe you'll be down here. Maybe it'll be easier for you to get around if you're smaller. But it seems a little more dangerous at the same time, because now these cups are extremely huge, whereas they would have fit in your hand before. Interesting. Spirit, tell me more about this getting smaller. Why do we want to get smaller? Woohoo. Six of Cups. So we have the 5 there and the 6 of Cups. Because it was more fun when we were small. We had creativity, we had imagination, we had playfulness. We pretended we were doing things. We weren't actually doing them though, right? I mean, you were making the actual action of it. Like you were having tea. You may or may not have actually had tea in these teacups because you were playing and pretending. But you're trying to make it as real as possible. So we do see some little cookies here. I do see that there is tea here. What are we pretending? Oh, and now we're lighting the candle. Queen of Wands. I'm hearing like I'm pretending to be a witch. And make spells to create what I want. So that I could relight this candle. So that I can see again. I'm hearing that what we pretend is. Because in your mind it is real. Maybe for somebody on the outside looking in, it is not real, but for you, it is real. This is about new beginnings. Like the sunflower here. We also have a black cat, which is different realms. Intuition. All these little potions here. What you manifest comes true, right? What you create becomes real. As is so above, so below. Why do the lights have to go out in order for us to I was going to say relight the candle, but obviously the candle would have to be out for you to light it. You can't light a candle that's already lit. It just seems counterintuitive. You're adding more flame to flame. It seems like more effort than is needed. So something about taking less effort. What is this? Taking less effort. Four of Cups. Interesting. This almost feels laziness. Feels like laziness. Or maybe you've already done all the hard work because you have, these look like beer trophies. Like golden trophies, but they're actually beer mugs. That one could be a coffee mug, but those two look like beer. And then you have this one here with this Cancer 69 on it. So definitely your emotions. It's like you're tuning out your emotions. And it's interesting because it's on this canvas here. And why are you holding this canvas as you're trying to pick something on TV? This one I don't understand quite. I don't have a book for that one. It doesn't come with a book. This is not it. Where you've already accomplished so much, it's time to relax. Kick back and relax. Because we're going to watch something different. It's like you've mastered your emotions. And I think that you're really proud of this, even though you're sitting down to relax here. Oh, actually, this is somebody else showing you a picture of a canvas. This is not you holding it because there's your other hand here. As you're trying to watch TV and ignore everything over here, looks like your counterpart is trying to show you something that they've created. That person is most likely a Cancer. Which feels more substantial than the beer mugs back here. It's like a leveling up, right? It's spiritual leveling rather than the tuning out leveling. Spirit, tell me more about that. King of Pentacles. This is working out. Okay, getting in the gym. Start working your muscles. Start working it out. Instead of watching this tube, watch this tube. But these are different people, right? This is probably the person that's holding the artwork. Somebody who's being creative. I feel like there's a disconnect in your relationship. One just wants to tune out and the other wants to be more creative and be more healthy. Whereas this person just wants to get smaller and tune everything out, right? Black it out. You're trying to turn on the light and they're trying to turn it off. Alright, let's get to a different deck here. Like you were stuck for so long and now you want to finally get moving. You don't want to sit there anymore. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles, right? This guy looks injured, sitting outside, right? Injured because they haven't been working out, because they tripped on the goblets on the floor because the lights were out. And somehow they made it outside. And then on the inside, you've got somebody else sitting on the other side of the window who is in agony, but they have the light on. It's dark outside. The light's on inside, yet the agony is still there. Either way, the pain is there. This is part of this like 5 of Cups here. 2 5s. About change, making a change. Almost like, oh my God, what did I do? Feeling bad about something. What are you feeling bad about? What's this? This feels like guilt. The 5 of Wands. This is a battle here. Maybe you were fighting this person. They went outside because they didn't want to be anywhere near you. There's a battle. And you just keep battling, even though there's 1 broken already on the floor between you, or the ground between you. You continue with more wands to fight each other. Totally oblivious to what's going on around you. There's literally a war going on around you with Mother Nature, and here you are fighting each other. Why are you fighting each other? Why are you fighting each other? The 2 of Wands. Because there's a decision that needs to be made here. To pick the light. Oh, as it falls on the floor. Okay. to grab a hold of the light, right? Because the light is orbiting over here towards this man. But one of the wands had to be put down so that there's a free hand. And once you obtain that light, you become the master of your own domain. But you have to put something down first. Okay? What do you have to put down? Justice. Maybe you should put that weapon down. Instead of chopping off the head of the other person, you can give them that flower. You're coming at this other person a little too intimidating. You're arguing, you're fighting. One's light, one's dark. You know, death, rebirth. When somebody dies, you put flowers on their grave. This man has a smirk on his face like he's very excited to use this. Oh, and there's literally a foot chopped off the leg of someone here. It's like somebody got sick of you laying on the sofa and chopped your legs off. And then apologized because they have a flower. Why did they do that? How is this justice? Okay. To read that one, I'm not sure. I feel like it's because you're the king of the castle, right? There's a crown here. It kind of looks like a satellite or something. I'll have to look at that one. And apprentice. You're learning about something. This also is 69. It's like Gemini, Taurus, Cancer. Like you have to learn your lessons, maybe the hard way. Okay. I'll look this one up. Figure out what it is. It's just X. Here we go. No, that's not it though. So far I've found the Wheel of Fortune and I found X of Stairs, but that's not the same thing as that. So let me see. And so these are all a little different. The 10 of something, Ten of Spheres. Okay. So this is indeed the Ten of Spheres, X of Spheres. Couplet, the original quatrain, X41. In the free city, the sound of the flute, encompassed by cymbals and great mirth. Okay. So it represents home, family, ancestry, records, archives, riches, savings, legacy, security, and travel. This card is all about the house and home, and about the balancing of your own small kingdom. Yeah, so that's what I was saying here. Your finances are secure, and you might be thinking about leaving a legacy to a child, partner, or friend. From the position of head of house, you look around, you remembering things that have happened, old victories and defeats. The family line is important to you. This card sums up all of those in suit that have gone before, literally enclosing them. No. Here comes Athena. It represents the fixed nature of the universe, maintained by the laws of nature. Sphere within sphere, the heavens turned, always at the same speed and distance, and in perfectly circular orbits. Such was the belief in Nostradamus. There's a squirrel out there. In Nostradamus' time. Yet some thinkers, like the seer himself, sought to move beyond this position and see the universe as fluctuating, endlessly recreated, place where nothing was fixed and the freedom of choice was given to all of humanity. Here, the papal crown represents the hominess of Mother Church in the royal crown. The echo of this is in the secular realm. Together, the crown show that when spiritual and spectral aspects of life are balanced, the whole is perfected. Okay, well, I want to read Justice then. Balance, fairness, justice for all, harmony, victorious, honor, a fair outcome, equilibrium, law. There will be peace, unity, and change. Low offices will become high, and the high ones low. Interesting. So, we were talking about here about getting smaller and bigger. I'm seeing the offices here, right? Low offices will become high, and the high ones will become low. So I feel like the justice is people who are in charge will now become low, and then the people who are not in charge now will become higher. So it has changed. And how we like fight with each other. I feel like we're going back to our inner child and paying less attention to what they're telling us on TV and exploring how we feel inside, what our intuition tells us. okay? And this is the apprenticeship of that. Okay, it's just the beginning of it. I'm trying to find the apprentice now. I don't see it, so let's see. Interesting. Okay, I don't even see it at all on here. So it must be part of the spheres. Okay. The apprentice of spheres. He remains seated in the square stone facing south set in the window. Okay. What does that mean? First of all, there's a round area here. I don't see a square window. Student, apprentice, discipline, concentration, trader, negotiator, speculator. The dedication and loyalty of the apprentice is a central aspect of their function. An excellent negotiator, they may be the aspect of you or someone who helps and supports you. If you are an employer, the apprentice is the ideal associate, careful, attentive, and always ready to listen and learn. If you're a student, this card strengthens any position you hold in the issue you're addressing. Yeah, so I'm seeing here, liable to commit to a particular discipline and follow it with single-minded intent. Copying what he has learned onto the scroll and grows from its branches. Okay, he's learning new things. A new way of life. Okay, we're getting rid of the old systems, which just don't seem to be working anymore. That seem very brutal, very brutal. And it seems that now we're going to be more oriented to Gaia. Yes, and this is the one I want to grab here. Okay, we're gonna put this here. I actually like that. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Interesting. I'm trying to get rid of the... Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Interesting. Okay. Spirit, tell me who this secret admirer is, please. They're telling me this deck. Nine of Wands. Somebody that wants to protect you. And they'll build barriers for you. I want to protect you from all of this mess, of this fighting. The King of Cups, somebody who's very emotionally stable. And actually, this king does not look very emotionally stable. Well, he kind of does and kind of doesn't at the same time. He's literally floating in the ocean without a real firm foundation. Doesn't seem to be paying attention at all. Once again, we got this not paying attention. He's playing poker. And we once again have this goblet here. That's the king. And see how they're kind of reversed and how the picture is, because the goblet's on this side and that's on that side. And whatever's taking away the attention is on the other side. Once again, it's that as above, so below. It's a mirroring. Somebody that mirrors you, right? Like your twin flame. Okay, more about the secret admirer, please. Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody who's going to bring you a lot of abundance and nurturing and feeling of hominess. Sweet, sweet treats by protecting you. Oh, and so I'm looking at this. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow. Create the unnecessary stress, and it creates unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, and you'll be surprised where it leads. So yeah, this person is just going with the flow here. Okay, and just enjoying their time as they're going through this journey. Interesting. Dream home. What did I just say? A home right here. They're helping you create your dream home. When you're living your best life every day, your dream home is your actual home. And pressure. Be aware of how family influences and social pressures are influencing your career choices. It looks like it's 4:02 on the clock here. Okay? Don't let people push you around while you're out there in your ocean. I feel like this is like the guilt here. There's the pressure. You put so much pressure on them that they broke their leg. They're out in the cold. This is explosive, right? A lot of pressure. Breaks under pressure. Okay, Spirit. Some wild offerings, please. We have a lot of tree references here, I feel like. We got trees here. We got the tree in the jar. We got the tree here. The tree of life. These wands even look like they're branches pulled from the tree. What are you trying to build? What kind of family are you trying to build here? What kind of empire are you building? Okay, these two. Ambition. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. Wow. and confidence. Divine confidence is completely different from the bravado of the ego. You make space for something larger to take hold. Please fill me with your confidence. Oh love, grant me courage I never knew I had. Yeah, it's going to take some courage to go through this and go through life essentially blind, smaller than you normally are, to go with the flow. All right, Spirit, can you wrap this up for me, please? Page of Wands. It's time to take a new journey. Learn new things. Take action. Figure out which way you want to go on your path. Be a chameleon. Blend in, adapt. But also be unique. Be yourself. Three of Swords. There's heartbreak here in this beautiful cake, and all these trees are broken in the back. Like I said, there was a lot of trees in the thing, in the reading, and now we have all these broken trees in the background, and it looks a little stormy. Do you feel like you're going to go through some heartbreak here? This is about the mind. Okay, what's reeling in your mind? What are you brokenhearted about? Four of Pentacles. Somebody's stealing your cookies and your sugar. And you have no idea where it's coming from. How they keep disappearing. It's in the tea. You have the tea party here. Like I said, there may or may not be something in the tea. In the teacups. This here, we have the cookies. But there is not tea in there. Because there's this rat in there. I feel like somebody is trying to spoil all your fun. Who's trying to spoil all your fun? The Fool. Okay, I did say something about like the king over here is just kind of, I'm just going to play poker and drink my beer, do whatever I want. I'm not really going to pay attention to what's going on. That's what the Fool is. There's a big hole here. And this cat's even looking at her like, hello? You should be paying attention. If you were paying attention, you would notice the rat. One more, Spirit. Empress. It's time to help others out. Stop being so naive. Stop being in your own head. Stop just bouncing around, doing whatever you want. Because others need you. It's time to stop messing around. Okay, and I feel like this is like, get serious, but we're talking about like going back to childhood and having creative minds. So I feel like something completely opposite, Spirit? Why does it feel opposite? As above, so below. The different timelines of what's happening, where there's different realities. In one, you're messing around. The other, you're taking care of someone. The Star. This is the reflection. Okay, my personal reading talked about the reflection of somebody else, right? To understand that when you're attracted to somebody else, it's because you possess those qualities yourself. It might even be this card. Let me see. No. You possess those qualities yourself. That's why you're attracted to it. So if you also dislike somebody for something, it is also you. And the Star is about wishes granted. I feel like you're laying to rest something about yourself from your past. You're burying it, you're letting it sink, you're letting it go. Because once again, you have to release something in order to gain something. All right, Spirit, I feel like I'm just going in circles here. Please clarify, please clarify. Five of Cups. We just keep breaking those cups. We have Five of Cups again. It's like fumble hands. Can't understand why they keep breaking. I don't think they're the right kind of cup for the liquid that you're putting in the container. These look like solo cups that you should be putting cold drinks into, and you're putting hot coffee into it, so they are falling apart. You don't have the right tools for the situation. What are you putting in your cup? What are you putting in your cup? Four of Wands. Creativity. Foundation. Fire. Beautiful disease, as my mother-in-law called my henna. Okay, and we have branches on our shirt here. It's getting a hand from somebody else. Somebody else needs to help you here. It's really easy for them to do this to you than it is for you to do it on yourself. You need some help. You need some help. Okay, and this person over here, their secret admirer, wants to help. There's something about career here. Tell me more about this career and how it's influencing the situation. Pressure. Oh, too many, Spirit, too many. Too many. Alright, we have the Six of Cups. It's like getting all your cups in a row. Planting the seed, watching them grow. And it's almost doing it from afar. Like not being a helicopter mother or father, right? Don't helicopter this person that you're trying to help. You're watching them from afar, watching them grow. Seeing their progress of this apprentice, right? Wow. And then here we have, it looks like somebody swimming in the canal, or it could be a mermaid, and swimming up to this man and saying hello. Maybe she needs a hand getting out of the water. It looks like somebody else is watching that, or they can see that, or they just live in this neighborhood. And they're observing what's happening here. It's about harmony. Okay, tell me about this. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Yeah, okay. So I asked about the career before this, right? So this could be somebody who's dealing with plants. And then maybe getting distracted by women or swimming in the water. Or the plants, what you sow, your seeds that you sow can be enjoyed by all. Creating a romantic atmosphere for these other people. Right? So this could be a florist. This could be a party planner, a decorator, a landscaper. Okay, so how is that being influenced by family and social pressures? Prophetess. I have to look this one up. Prophetess. Let's see, this is moons. X 333. Interesting. It's not 333. It's 111. Cold, dryness, danger around the borders, even where the oracle had its beginnings. An honest woman, a good and loyal friend, good-natured, a truth slayer, wisdom and devotion, balance, emotional expression, healing and wisdom and balance, humanity. Okay, so in reversed, an untrustworthy friend, dishonor, corruption, false guidance, emotional ambivalence. Danger around the borders, which is interesting because this is on the border here. Even where the oracle had its beginnings. This is something where this began. The prophetess is not only a seer and visionary, but also a close and good friend and confidant. She's also a truth speaker, which sometimes makes her a difficult companion. But okay, that's probably social influences. It's truth speaking. But her compassion and honesty make her a valuable ally to whom we can turn in times of crisis. Empathetic and supportive, she encourages honesty and the freedom to allow the emotions full reign in the search for truth. This might be blocking some things, right? Because if you're searching for truth, this might be standing in the way. The Queen of Moons. Creation of alchemy. Oh my god, okay. What? How many times have I said this and then we've gotten to this? Okay. There have been many prophetess throughout the history of the world, ranging from the syllable of Delphi, her mother Shipton, to Mother Shipton. Most drew upon the power of the moon. The Queen of Moons is here represented by Maria Prophetessa, one of the key figures attributed to the creation of alchemy. She is created with the invention of a triple distillation chamber and a type of water bath used in the alchemical process. Though none of her writings have survived, several sources consider her to have coined the expression "as above, so below," a concept that describes the balance between heaven and earth. She is also said to have written, "One becomes two, two becomes three, and out of the third comes the one as the fourth." The psychologist Carl Jung applied this to the process of wholeness and individuation. Here we see her crowned with moon and star and standing upon a red gold moon, symbol of earthly wisdom. Wow. The heart is the gateway to the soul. Interesting. Okay. I think I've exhausted this reading. I feel like I was pulling teeth to get any answers. Keep your eyes open. Okay. The lights, I feel like, are going out, right? You need to keep your eyes open. This is physically, mentally, emotionally. See the signs that are coming through. Something about teacups. What's in your cup? How are you going to fill your cup? We filled it with flowers. Okay. Instead of cutting people's legs off, we're going to fill it with flowers. So it's stop fighting. Start helping each other. Learn new things. As above, so below. As above, so below.